Hey guys, it's Ellen here. I have another cool Artistro set to show you. This is a little bit bigger than the last one. It's 48 colors, comes in this beautiful velvet pink pouch. You get a bigger card so you can show the values of each color. And of course, another pencil, paintbrush, water brush pen, eraser, a sponge, and a nice pad of paper that's 5x8. I created this little watercolor hollyhock painting, and I'll show you as I do it. So use the code ELLEN10 boop, to get 10% off the supplies. The link is in the description box. So let me show you all about this beautiful set. So as you can see, it's this pretty velvet pouch it comes in. It's nice pink metal tin, and you open it up and you see the pad of paper there. It's 5x8, really thick, heavy duty watercolor paper. You have the watercolor card that shows you where you put all your colors, and there's the color code sheet list and all the colors. Then you have this water brush pen, which is fantastic. You fill it up with water. You can use it multiple ways. It comes with a pencil. Yep. It also comes with this really small brush, which is perfect for making little skinny marks and lines. A little sponge so you can make a little texture if you want. And a perfect little eraser to erase any marks with your pencil. It's a cute little eraser. So this is a great little set to give for a gift for a Mother's Day, birthday, anything. So here I'm just showing you how you just take the paint and you fill in the watercolor card with the colors, just so you know the values of each color and how bright they are. Because when you look in the pan, you can't really tell. So I'm just going to fill in a few of these colors and show you. Basically, you want to put a concentrated color of the the pan down, and then you water a bit, and you put the middle color down, and then you water a bit more, and you put the last color down. So you know what it looks like when you add water to each color. And it's a really good tool to have when you're painting, especially if you have pan paints, because sometimes you can't tell on the pan, what the color actually is. It might look darker than it really is. And when you go to use it in real time and on your watercolor paper, it's much lighter and it's much different. So this is a great tool to have in your repertoire. Once you fill in your card with all the colors that you can tell where, how the value is and what colors you like, you can go from there and start to pick out they have this cute, nice little pad here. It's super heavyweight, 140 pound, 300 chisholm paper, really thick, really, really thick. So you can just go to town painting something from here. I'm going to use their water pen brush. I filled it with water in here. This part you unhook. This part, fill the water, then twist it back on here. And voila. Pull the tip, kind of squeeze the water, and you pick up your color. See, squeeze with the little squeeze bar here. The water squeezes out, and you grab your water just like that. This is that pretty scarlet color. And also you can squeeze the water while you're using it. So here I have the scarlet color on my water brush pen, and I'm squeezing the water to give me more. And I can just go ahead with my paper towel and then squeeze out some of the water on my water brush pen. You're playing around with that. See, you can see the water squeeze out here. And then you can just kind of maneuver that around. Just like that. And make these pretty blooms. I'm just going to play around. I can still have some on my brush. Just move it over here. And I can just put another one up here. Really pale, pretty pink one. And another one up here. You can go back in and grab that paint, just as if you would with a regular brush. With the pen, though, you can use it kind of like you're writing in a way. And you can still, it's a lot of fun. You can squeeze the water coming out and make this, that's a little too much water. You play around with it. And go back in and grab my scarlet color. And I'll grab it again. So you could keep going in and grabbing the color from the butter brush pen, like I just did here. I'm just kind of bleeding that in, squeezing that water again. I'll do another one here. I don't know if you can guess what this flowers are going to be, but I'm just putting them like this, basically in a circle. Really simple, just like that. Now at this point, I can squeeze the pen out and remove the color by squeezing the water, having go through the pen brush like that. And I can grab the brush that it came with. It came with a nice little cute little skinny little brush. And I'll play around with some of the greens there. You have yellow, green, blue, green. Mix them up. An olive green. And I'm just gonna go like this and wiggle in. Up here. Just gonna put these little branches off here and a bloom here. And if you can kind of figure out what the flower is, huh? If you figured out that it was a hollyhock, you were correct. See, I'm just gonna kind of wiggle this leaf in here with this olive green. This paper is really thick, so it holds up pretty well with this water. I'm just using that olive green color that it came with, so maybe some of the bright green that came with. I think the olive green is really pretty. Just kind of bleeding that. So it's nice to use the water brush pen, and then you can go back in and use a little skinny brush to get the little details. Just like that. Little hollyhock. And I'll do a bigger leaf down in here. With the olive green in this brush. I'm going to add in some blue, maybe some ultramarine. It's always good to add some blues to your greens, just to brighten them up a little bit darker without having to have a muddy color. See? Just kind of wiggling a big old leaf. And again, I'm grabbing some of that blue and going like that. And I'll go back to the stem. I'll add another one over here, as if we had like a bunch of them kind of grow. I'm going to take another color. I have this color next to it. It's tree green. It's a nice pretty color. It's fun just to play around with all the colors that are in the palette here. See? Just activating them. Move this over here so you can see my hollyhock better. So just by using this little skinny brush, I'm just going to go in and grab some of these other colors. They have this yellowish green. Kind of mix them. Go like that. Put some little bright greens in here. A little fluorescent kind of green. I'll go back and grab my olive green. Water it down. See, the card's great because you can see the tonality you can get when you water the paints down. See, it's a little too much on here. Clean off my brush. And I'll add another little leaf, maybe a little bit brighter out here. I'm just going to do one big hollyhock plant. A little bit of blooms out here. And I'll go back in and grab that scarlet color. Put a little bloom right out here. The colors have a nice intensity to them. There we go. You know, play around with them. There's so many different colors. I'm kind of mixing up and putting in the yellow in here. I have this two colors here, Indian yellow and light yellow, kind of mixed together, just for the center, just like that. You can put a little bumblebee up here on the side. I would start just a simple like yellow. Maybe it's a little bright. I'll add some of that Indian yellow. And we'll wait till that dries, and we can go back in and add the black part of the bee. And if you wanted to go into the hollyhock at this point and add just a little bit of detail, just a little more red, oh, that's pretty red around that yellow, you can do that. But I like the way it's kind of really loose. Once your yellow is dry, they have nice blacks in here. They have two different kinds. They have like an ivory black and a coal black. I'm going to grab the coal black and just going to go in here and kind of put in that fuzzy bee. Right? Little legs. It doesn't have to look perfect. You can just do a nice outline of the wings. Really skinny. Just right out here. And there you go. Just a little fuzzy bee. I might water down my, see little bee? I'll water down that black a little bit just to fill in the wing. I could even grab some blue that they have over here. There's a couple of nice pretty blues. It's like a turquoise blue. Clean up my brush. It's got a lot of black on it. And I'll go in and grab that blue. Just put a little blue in that wing. And you can get pretty detailed with the black, just making these little lines with this brush. It's got a nice, really nice point to it. Just a cute little bee. Like I said, you don't have to fill it all in. So this kit's really great. It's a great gift to give to somebody. I would say for Mother's Day, birthday. I love it. It's pink and it comes in that velvet pouch right here. It's really pretty. So it's a lot bigger than the last one that I showed you guys. And the card is a 5x8, so that's bigger also. And you can make some really cute cards and prints with that. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and check it out. Check out the links that I have listed below in the description box. And if you have any questions, let me know. Take care, guys, and I'll speak to you soon.